Welcome back to the Pittsburgh Pirates franchise. We're starting off today's episode with a 3-game series against the Cubs. 6 out of our next 9 games are against the Cubs. This is our opportunity to finally get ahead of them in the standings. If we can take 4 out of 6, man, even 6 out of 6 would be amazing. But the goal's 4 out of 6. Move ahead of them in the standings, and then set our targets on the Reds. 1-2 to Brian Hayes. Bases loaded here, up by 3 runs already in the top of the 7th. Chris Clark on the mound. Inside, ball 2. Always nice to play at Wrigley Field. And he goes down looking. And Jared Jones is on the mound on this one. We're going to make sure we get someone in the bullpen stretching, at least warming up here. Get Tristan Beck going, and it is the 8th, or it's the bottom of the 7th, so we will get Romero warming up as well. Let's see what Jared has left in the tank here. Trying to get him to turn his season around, and it's a good start so far this afternoon against the Cubs. 0-2. Gets Rogers to go down swinging. Crow Armstrong up to bat here. He's 1 for 1 today.
That's the ball.
Jones misses with the curveball. 1-0.
No strike. No.
That one is a little bit low. 2-0 counts. Oh, this is a mistake pitch here. Fouls it off.
Foul.
Got lucky. The 2-1 count.
No.
Wow, this zone is tight today by the umpire. Rosarina on deck.
That's the ball.
And Jared Jones walks. Crow Armstrong. Do a little mound visit here, and we're going to go with Tristan Beck at this point.
Now pitching for the Pirates, number 43.
Line drive to Hayes. That'll be a double play. Not sure. There must have been the hit and run on there. We'll take it. Beck just needs one pitch to get out of that jam. Shamar Johnson up to bat here in the 8th inning.
Ball.
Wow, what a zone here. 2 for 3 today.
2-0.
Finally seeing that average climb a little bit for Johnson. It's up to 224. Only 17 RBIs. That's a floater to left field. 1 away. That brings up Henry Davis, 0 for 3 today. And another fly ball, this time to right field. 2 away. Mitch Jebb in the lineup today. 0 for 2. It looks like his average has dropped below 300. After the hot start to the season that he's had. Good timing, just fouls it off the tip of the bat there. 0-1 count. Fouls off the slider. 0-2. 2-2 pitch. And he goes down looking. A little shy with the bat here today. We're going to let Beck pitch a little bit more.
Hee-haw.
0-1 to Suzuki.
Strike.
They say he swung there. I'm not sure he did, but we'll take it. 0-2. And that'll get him. 1 away. Nice curveball there by Beck. Jeffers cannot time it up. 0-1.
That's a strike.
That catches the quarter there. 0-2. High and inside, strikes him out. 2 away. Ground ball, Johnson's able to play it. Flip it over to Mountcastle.
He's out.
We'll go to the 9th, up by 3. O'Neal Cruz the lead off here, 1 for 3.
Number 46.
No. Jared.
Garrett on the mound for the Cubs. Misses with the first pitch. It's 1-0 to O'Neal Cruz.
Oi.
Catches the corner there, 1-1. Reaches for that one. That's a single for Cruz. 1 on, nobody out. Nolan Jones up to bat. 1 for 2 today. Inside, ball 1. That's a double play ball. That's been somewhat of a problem for Nolan Jones. 2 away here in the 9th. Mountcastle with a home run, 1 for 4. And swinging at the first pitch. Gets under it. Weak contact. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth. I forgot to get the closer started. Jojo Romero will be our closer today. Wow. So we'll put him in the game, and we'll instantly get Helsley warmed up. Swanson to lead off the ninth inning. 1-0. Fly ball to right field. Langford will get under it. It's one away. Morel up to bat now with one out in the ninth. Swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Can't catch up to the sinker. 0-2. Fouls off the slider. Strikes him out with the changeup. We're one out away from passing the Cubs in the standings. Ryan Noda, last hope for the Cubs. Fouls off the sinker. 0-1. Can't catch up to the heater. 0-2. And the sinker catches the corner. The Pirates win. And I could be messing up the standings, but we are definitely ahead of the Cubs at this point. Oh, we're a half game behind them. That's okay. Only a game out of first place at this point. We enter today's game in the bottom of the eighth inning with 2 outs and runners at the corners with a 3-run lead. See if Romero can hold on here in the 8th and hand it over to Helsley in the 9th to close out this game against the Cubs. Game number 2 of the series. 1-1 count. That sinker's just low. 2-1. What are we doing? 2-2. Ground ball up the middle. Will score a run. Some speed at second base does hold there, though. 6-4. Strike one in the first pitch to the next at bat here.
No, that's out.
Gotta stop doing that. Count is now 1-1. Fouls that off to make it 1-2. Can Romero get out of this jam? Swigs at a low slider and fouls it off. 1-2. Another one up the middle. It's now 6-5. Do a mound visit here. And we're going to put in the closer to get 4 outs for us. Here comes Ryan Helsley. Try to get his 19th save of the year. Rosarina up to bat. 1 for 4 today. Quickly gets him to a 0-2 count. High and inside pop-up. Henry Davis should be able to field this and take us to the 9th with a 1-run lead. Merriweather on the mound for the Cubs. Henry Davis to lead off. Nice to get a little bit of insurance here for Helsley. Ooh, quick. Some heat here. Up to 100 on the 4-seamer. We got a slider, circle change, and a 12-6 curveball. Quickly 0-2 to Henry Davis. Can't time that up. 1 out. Here's Jeb. 2 for 4. Wow, we're all over the place. You can tell we've taken a little bit of break from playing this game. 0-1. That seemed like good timing. Or not. Strikes him out. It looks like the Reds did win today, so we will stay in pace with them if we finish this win off here. O'Neal Cruz. Inside, he's 1 for 3 today. Another opposite field hit for O'Neal Cruz. This time, he will turn that into a double. Runner at second, 2 away. Top of the 9th. Nolan Jones, 0 for 4. Oh, just late on that. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th. the slight lead, 6-5.
Leading off for the Cubs.
It'll be the 2, 3, 4 batters for Helsley to put away here. Suzuki to lead off. Catches all of the zone, but it's 1-0. 1-1. Wastes a pitch there. 2-1.
2-1.
Evens it at 2-2. Oh, catches the quarter, but it is a full count. 101 fouled off. 3-2. Walks him. That was predetermined, it feels. Tying run at first base. Nobody out here in the bottom of the ninth. Gets Jeffers to swing through the slider. 0-2. Doesn't chase the curveball. 1-2. Strikes him out. 1 away. Morel fouls off the first pitch. It is 0-1 in the counts. Can't time up the slider. 0-2. Fouls off the payoff pitch. 0-2 slider to Mountcastle. He'll turn and throw to Jeb. Jeb back to Mountcastle. Pirates win and now officially are ahead of the Cubs in the standings in second place. Enrique Bradfield Jr. is eligible to be reinstated, but he's still injured. Yep, we knew that. And looking at the standings, we were a game behind the Reds, a game and a half. The Cubs are a game and a half behind the Reds. The Cardinals are 8 games. The Brewers are 8.5. And we now hold the #1 wild card spot. Well ahead of the Mets at this point. Just keep on pressing. Just got to keep on pressing on.
Leading off for Pittsburgh, the catcher, Andy.
We jump into the 7th inning this time, trailing by a run. Andy Rodriguez leads off. That's off the first baseman's glove, but he does not have the speed to beat out that 1 away. Gilberto Celestino up to bat next. 0-1 counts. Looks like we do have a good amount of our bench playing today. And Celestino ties the ball game up at 3-3 with a solo home run with 1 out in the 7th inning. Clutch. His 3rd of the season, 434 feet. Just can't let go of Gilberto. Mitch Jeb 0 for 2. Here's the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Jeb is doing a great job battling here. Fouls it off. Still alive in this at-bat. And a ground ball to first base. 2 away. Good. Brian Hayes in the leadoff spot today. 0 for 3. Quickly 0-2. It's outside. 1-2. Good eye there by Cabrian. And it's 2-2. Having deja vu of the last at bat. Just early on the curveball. There's a nice base hit by Cabrian Hayes. Crow Armstrong will cut it off. Hold him to a single. They bring Garrett in again to face Brian Reynolds. 1 for 3 today. Swings at us. Inside fastball. You got to hold off on those pitches. Got to lay off. That's a shot to center field, but right to Crow Armstrong. We'll go to the bottom, tied up at 3-3. Vado on the mound here. A little bit left in the tank. Let's see how he fares. We do have a couple arms warming up in the bullpen. Outside corner is in play. 0-2. Ground ball just goes foul. Ground ball to Hayes. Backhands it. Over to Mountcastle, 1 down. Brings up Cole Young, who is 1 for 2. There's a base hit for Cole. 1 on, 1 out. In the bottom of the 7th in a tie ball game. Top of the lineup for the Cubs. We're going to go to Holderman.
At the ball.
Wow. This zone is terrible.
These days.
They do steal second base on us. Rodriguez was sleeping. 2-0. On 2. Yeah. Holderman fights back. It's 2-2. Just everything out of the zone they're laying off. I just don't get it. That's a strike, man. Celestino gonna have to hustle here. He gets to it. No tag from seconds. 2 away. That brings up Ryan Jeffers, who is 2 for 3 in today's ball game. 0-2. And strikes him out to keep the game even at 3 apiece. Mountcastle will lead off the 8th inning.
Number 57, Yadi.
Oh, come on. Call it both ways, Blue. Mountcastle reaches for that one. Steals a single. Nice. That brings up O'Neal Cruz. Thinks about bunting there, but it wasn't a good pitch to try that on. 0-1.
1-1.
Thought we'd sneak by a base hit for, or a bunt for a single there, but 1-1.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
Inconsistent zone tonight. 2-1. Drives pitchers crazy. It's a hitter-friendly zone. 2-2. Gosh, I saw it was low, swung anyways. 1 out. Jamar Johnson, he is 1 for 3 with a home run. Looks like a solo home run earlier in the game. Come on with the inconsistent zone. Base hit for Johnson, first and second, 1 away. Dylan Cruz getting some playing time tonight. 1 for 2. And Dylan Cruz with a 3-run home run. Just when I was ready to give up on him. Is that the first home run I've hit with him? It felt good. 108 off the bat, 446 feet, his 5th of the year. Dylan Cruz fighting for some playing time. Attaboy. Just a shot to left field. Coming back in this game, the Reds have lost. It'll be our opportunity to take over first place, or to tie for first place. Romero's not able to go today. We're going to go with Beck in the 8th inning. Helsley, he's a little tired as well. Here's Beck. He's 30th game of the season, a 1.93 ERA. One of our better trades that we've made. 0-1. Oh, and 2 with the curveball there. Powers taking a look at those first 2 pitches. Swings at the 3rd one, 1 away. Swanson up to bat here, 1 for 2 today. Looking to put away the Cubs on a 3-game series, taking all 3 of them. Get 3 games away from them, and then we're back at home against them. Morel up here with 2 outs. Nice curveball by Beck, 0-1. Fouls off the fastball, 0-2. Just a bad call. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Beck wanted a real quick inning. Morrell had other ideas there, but there's a ground ball to Jeb. That'll take us to the 9th with a 3-run lead again. Edwards Jr. on the mound, one of our favorite pitchers to bat against. Mitch Jeb up to bat here, 0-3. There's that curveball. It's been a while since we saw it. Good timing again, but we just missed it. Nice cutter there, but it's low, 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And he hits Jeb.
I got it.
We'll take a base runner. Nobody out. To Brian Hayes. We'd like to get more than a couple runs here since we don't have our closer today. Hayes cannot catch up to the fastball. 0-1. He's keeping the curveball out of the zone, which is an improvement for him.
2 balls,
There it is again.
2 strikes.
2-2.
Nope, that's ball 4.
And a walk. 2 free base runners. Nobody out. Brings up Brian Reynolds, who's 1 for 4 with a triple in today's ballgame. His average is at 275 for the season. Opposite field fly ball. Jumps and catches it. And we take a run, or base, not a run. We take a base there. Jeb does get in there, takes advantage of the tough catch against the wall there in left field. 1 away. Runners at the corners for Ryan Mountcastle, who's 2 for 4. Oh, that's not going to be deep enough. 2 away. Mountcastle batting 3rd, huh? And here is O'Neal Cruz, 0 for 4. It's a good opportunity for Cruz.
Ball, that's inside.
Side ball 1. 2-2 to Cruz. Waiting for a good pitch here.
Count ball.
Outside. 3-2. Jamar Johnson on deck. Fouls off a fastball to stay alive. Hayes was on the move there. I don't know why he slid, but we do get a run on the base hit by Cruz. That threw me off for a second. 7-3. That'll bring up Jamar Johnson. And again, we score a run against Edwards Jr. And he strikes out. We'll go to the bottom. Up by 4. 3 outs away from sweeping the Cubs. We're going to let Beck attempt to close out this game. 0-1 count. Sonoda. 0-2. Strikes out. 1 away. Brings up Pete Crow Armstrong.
That's the ball.
Misses on the first pitch. 1-0. Fouls off the curveball. 1-1. Beck seems to have good command today. And then he hits a batter. Oh, that's hilarious. Cole Young up to bat here at the single. His last at bat, 2 for 3 today. Oh, that's a long run for Cruz. He's going to get to it. 2 outs. Brings up a Rose Arena. Just low on the curveball. 1-1. Gets him to miss on the changeup. 1-2 counts. Wastes a pitch there. 2-2. Strikes him out for the win. The Pirates have swept the Cubs and are now tied for first place with the Reds. Dylan Cruz gets the player of the game honors. Taking a look at all-star voting, starting pitching. How is our guy not number 1? Oh, that's sad. That's frustrating. Relief pitching, we have Beck and Holderman that possibly might make it. Helsley's going to make it as the closing pitcher. He's running away with it a little bit. Mountcastle at first base. Nice. Not a lot of all-star opportunities there. Mostly pitching. And Mountcastle. Skeen's still in the lead for the Cy Young. Helsley's number 2 for the reliever of the year. Franz Talbot, number 2 for rookie of the year behind Marcus Bridges, who is declining. Oh, he's one of these rookies that's, he's at his potential already. Bryce Eldridge made it to the big leagues, having his rookie year with Colorado. 239, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. Still just a 70 overall. Probably should have been a pitcher. We've split with the Rays, and now it's scouting day. We look over here. Chavez has just climbed up our board. This is not a high potential guy, but what he does have is pretty nice. He's definitely someone we might be looking at with our second round draft pick if he is still there. I like what we're getting in the Central here. We're going to keep scouting that, but we're going to find a different player to scout next. We end up taking 2 out of 3 against Tampa Bay. Tied with the Reds still, 2.5 ahead of the Cubs. Lametso ends up losing to Ben Brown 6-0. Avedo ends up losing 2-10. All of a sudden, there's 3 teams within half a game in the Central. And trying to avoid the sweep at home, we are trailing by 2 runs in the 7th inning. Joel Garinger up to bat here with a runner at first. And nobody out in the 7th inning. Looks like some trade news is showing up down below. It'd be interesting to see. I guess we don't have anything on our board selected, so we won't show up down there. 2-2. Fly ball to center field. Gonna be playable by Armstrong there. Crow Armstrong. 1 out. They'll bring up Franz. Interesting lineup today. And another fly ball. 2 outs. Got to get a rally going.
Now pitching for the Cubs, number 46.
That brings up Nolan Jones, who is 2 for 3 in today's ball game.
At the ball.
This guy deserves an all-star. Deserves the all-star game. Fouls it off. Smart matchup here, going lefty-lefty. 1-1 count. Oh, just stop swinging at that craziness. That'll retire the side. Beck is on the mound. I think we will trust him and at least to start. Ground ball. Johnson unable to play it. We might get swept here. What a turn of events. The road team gonna win all 3 or all 6 in these 6 games.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Crowd's turning out tonight. Almost 36,000 in attendance. And it's time to pull Beck, I believe. We're going to go with Romero. High stress situation here in the 8th.
Number 59. Romero.
It's ahead of the count here. 0-2. Cubs are hungry. They are done with their cold streak. Got him looking. 1 out. Romero gets ahead again. 0-2. That's going to score a run. Celestino's going to come up throwing, but the throw's offline. 6-3. Oh my, just everything. Just not our day. It is now 8-3. 7-3. Are you kidding me? Well, it was fun to be in first place while it lasted. We are back in second place now. Tie for second, half game behind the Cubs. Been looking at some options to trade Avedo because he's declining. It's time to move on. It's time to move on. We look at the advanced numbers. ERA's, ballooned to 5.89. WHIP has gone up. Home runs up big time. Walks are down a little bit. Strikeouts are down. His FIP is just not good. And the regression is picking up big time. We got 3 years on the contract. The Royals want to offer us Vladimir, they want to offer us Vladimir here, a B potential third baseman, but the intriguing thing to me is this young pitcher, a left-handed starter, Vernon. A potential, 67 overall. He's only 22 years old, lots of team control. We're going to make this trade. And that means Manuel Hernandez, who's having a solid year in AAA, will make his way back to the major leagues. Ricky Robinson, I think we're going to wait a whole year on him and let him develop. His ERA has gone up to 3.26. He's given up 8 runs, 7 earned runs, and 19 and 1/3 innings, 18 saves, 1 blown save. He's solid, up and comer. Gregory Richards, the other closer we have developing, having a pretty solid year as well. 3.09 ERA, but 4 blown saves. He needs a little bit more time to develop as well. Jackson Wolf moves into the starting rotation to replace Manuel Hernandez. And in Double-A, we need to make a move as well. Alexis Mesa is going to move into a starting position from Single-A. Philip Tejada got moved into the starting rotation because of an injury as well. And we have a move that we made in the big leagues was to bring Manuel Hernandez back up into our rotation. He'll be pitching in 4 days. There's a notification. Big trade in the league. Big series against the Reds. Matt McClain up to bat here in the bottom of the 7th in a tie 2-2 ball game. Colin Holderman on the mound. Ground ball to Johnson. He bobbles it. He'll be able to get one at first. Unable to get the double play to end the inning. That brings up Spencer Steer. Low there, ball 1. 2-1. Misses low, 3-1. Nico Horner on deck. Swings at a would-be ball 4, 3-2. Strikes him out to get out of the inning. Tie ball game. Dominguez coming in to pitch. Nolan Jones leading off 2 for 3 today. Tie ball game in the 8th inning. Fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. Now the bullpen's getting a little depleted. We might look into getting another bullpen arm. We were talking about that early in the season. I think it might be time after this game to look and see what defensive player, position player is going to get moved down. Strikes out Nolan Jones with a 99-mile-an-hour heater. Mountcastle 0 for 3 today. 281. His average has climbed since that cold start. And the cold start was just batting average. He's been playing solid all year for us. Come on. Wyatt Langford, I think this is the first time we've seen him in today's episode. 0 for 3. His average is at 283 on the season. Going to be an easy 8th inning for the Reds. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th, still tied, 2-2. Holderman's going to have to stay in the game. Ground ball, this is going to be a tough play. Johnson does get to it, flips it over to Mountcastle in time, 1 away. Oh, and that brings up Ellie, who is 2 for 3 in tonight's game. What a beautiful swing.
1 ball, 1 strike.
1-2. I don't know if you want to throw the cutter right there. He went. 2 outs. And Holderman holds it down. We'll go to the 9th inning, 2-2. Joel Gehringer to lead off the 9th inning. I think it's our best option against a righty here. Would have been nice to get Jeb in, but Gehringer has, better statistics attribute-wise. So I think it's the right move here. We'll go contact swing to Sol at bat. 0-1. Got to swing at good pitches, though. 1-2 over. The hit is over Ellie's head there for a single for Gehringer to lead off the 9th. Franz Talbot up to bat here. 1 for 3. Gehringer gets the steal. Franz Talbot with a runner at second. Chance to take the lead here. Nobody out.
That's the ball.
Walks him. 2 runners on. Nobody out. Shamar Johnson, 1 for 3 today. Oh, got to time that up better. That's probably the best pitch we're going to see. 0-1. Just shot to right field. Stays in the park. Gehringer will move to third. 1 out. Runners at the corners. Henry Davis strikes out. That brings up Cabrian Hayes. I don't think we have any options here. We're going to go with Hayes. Got to get a run right here. Can't waste this. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. And swinging to stuff like that, we are going to waste it. Sheesh. Shot to left field. That's going to get down. Runners at second and third. 2 outs. 3-2 Pittsburgh. Cabrian Hayes comes in clutch. Intentional walk to Reynolds. Bring up Nolan Jones. Bases loaded. We're going to schedule Elsley to go in the game. Come on, dude. Recognize the pitch. That's up the middle. De La Cruz is able to get to it and get Reynolds out at second. So we'll go to the bottom, but not before Cabrian Hayes gives us a 3-2 lead with a double. Elsley going for his 21st save of the year. He does have 2 blown saves now. Lane Thomas to lead it off. Strike 1. Oh, that might get down fair. It's foul. 0-2. Just inside. He's catching up to this 100-mile-an-hour heater. Doesn't chase the slider outside. 2-2. Did he go? 1 away. Here's India. Quickly, 0-2. Curveball. Johnson's going to have to go to the outfield to play this. Beautiful play, 2 outs. Ortiz up to bat here. And the Pirates win with the strikeouts. That move us back to first? We'll see in a second. Look at the standings. Tied for first again. And I messed up there. Vernon's going to go into the starting rotation, not Alexis Mesa. The Reds win the next game, and the Pirates win on Saturday. Keeping this, gosh, so close here. Craziness. Let's take a look at scouting. Oh, what do we have here? Going to start out low overall, but potentially a good pick. If he's available in the 3rd round, we might select him. Good, decent speed there. Good fielding. He'd be a good defender, similar to Celestino, is what I'm seeing here. Non-ranked pitcher jumps to 22 on our board. We're going to take a little bit more look, a little deeper look at Alfonso. We're going to jump into Manuel Hernandez's first start back in the bigs. He's gone 6 innings so far. No runs given up. No earned runs given up. He's given up a run. Hey. 2-1 ball game. Only 70 pitches so far. Let's finish out this good outing for Hernandez. Strikes out the first batter, Shea Langoliers. 1 away. That brings up Lane Thomas. Nice to see Hernandez back in the bigs after his short stay in AAA to start the year. Moving on to Vado was kind of sad for me to do, but I think it was time. We'll check in on him in a few weeks. See how he's doing. We're going to check in on a lot of our ex-players here shortly. Jeb playing second today, huh? 2 away. Looks like Andy Rodriguez is behind the plate tonight, too. That's going to be a fair ball. Reynolds will cut this off. Throw to second base. Not in time. He's safe. That was close. Tying run at second base. Playing up to bat. 0-2. Got to find his punch-out pitch here. Fouls it off. Try a low corner pitch there. Ground ball. Gehringer's got to charge this. Fields it. Over to Mountcastle. We'll go to the 8th. Up by a run. Ron Talbot up to bat here. 1 for 2 today. 245 on the season. Oh, that was your pitch, man. I want a home run with Franz in the big leagues. Just under this one. 1 away. Here's Ryan Mountcastle. 0 for 3. 24,000 in attendance here in Cincinnati. Great American Ballpark.
That's ball 2.
2-2 to Mountcastle. Shot to center field, but that'll be playable. 2 away. And O'Neal Cruz is up. His average is down to 286. 1-2 to Cruz. Strikes him out. Go to the bottom. Still up by a run. Hernandez will face Nico. Only 83 pitches. Still got a little bit in the tank. See if it's a mistake or not. 1-1. Oh, and it was. It was a mistake. Luckily, that stays in the park. Leadoff double for Horner. Tristan Beck's going to come in the game. And I got to look into this. Is Tristan Beck this skinny in real life? Strikes out. De La Cruz, 1 away. Bill Benson up to bat. Nice curveball, makes it 0-2. Stays alive, fouling off the fastball. 0-2 still. Ground ball, Jeb's going to have to make a nice play here. Good throw. Gets Benson out, but the runner moves to third base. India up to bat here. 2 outs. Try to keep this game tied. Or, sorry, keep the lead here. Keep Hernandez in line for the win. Cruz should be able to play this one in center field. We'll go to the 9th. 2-1. Going for his 23rd save of the year. Starts off against Spencer Steer.
Number 56, Ryan.
0-1. Gets the quarter there. 0-2. Battery's getting low, guys. 1 strikeout. Langoliers up to bat here. 0 for 3 today. With a strikeout already. Let's see if we can make it 2.
Ball 1, no strike. That's
Not if we can't hit the zone, though. 2-0. There's a strike there. 2-1. Fouls that off. Evens it. 2-2. Ground ball. Jeb makes his way over to it. 2 outs. 0-1. 0-2.
That's the ball.
Doesn't chase. 1-2. Lane Thomas, the last at bat here. He goes down swinging. Pirates hold on to win this game and stay tied for first. We end up taking the first 2 games against the Blue Jays to end the month of June. We go 18-10 in the month, and we are a game ahead of the Cubs in first place and 3 ahead of the Reds. Beautiful place to end this episode. Next episode, we will get through the month of July, the draft, the All-Star game, and the trade deadline. I'm Sox Way Up. Thanks for hanging out with the now first place Pittsburgh Pirates.